Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Wars
Yes,
in the Stars, episode 47. As you can see, I am joined again by a very, very uh, special co-host today. You know,
yes, sir. We back
Alex
again,
is
bro. We back again.
Alex. Unfortunately, changed his mind like 3 times, so we've got Derek back, bro.
Yeah,
Derek is back. My
yes,
guy,
sir.
Defek. We
I
do
watched
the
the episode
greatest.
this time too.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We do the greatest sports podcast on the planet. Check us
Take
out
two.
at Take Two. But now we're about to do the best Marvel podcast on the planet at
Yes,
Wars in the
sir.
Stars.
Yes, sir.
Derek, how's it going today, my man?
I'm doing good, bro. I'm doing good. How about yourself?
Good, 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 my man. You didn't have to work today? No work?
No, just grinding
Any school?
schoolwork, bro.
Yeah. Are
Yeah,
you taking classes online or just at the
yeah.
school?
This semester, yeah. I'm going in next semester.
Nice, nice. So next month
Yeah,
you'll be going in. Yeah. Did you
January.
like? Yeah. What are you taking?
I'm taking math, English. I took a intro to nursing class,
All
and I
easy.
took yeah, so easy. They're just like so
Nice.
much work. It's just a workload. And I took this writing class. Like reading and writing work together for some reason. It was
Yeah,
just two
yeah,
separate classes. It makes no
for
sense.
sure. At least you have more time to do the work and stuff. It's not like high
Yeah,
school. You just have your class and then you. How many kids are in your class? Is it like a big class or?
sometimes. Like it honestly depends if people join or not.
Right. Yeah. 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 True. True. What's your lowest grade?
My lowest grade was like a B in math.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Stud. See.
Yes, sir.
Um. So I guess today we're gonna talk a little bit about Hawkeye, obviously, and this is a busy week, Derek. Alex and I
Yeah.
kind of talked a lot about it on throughout the weeks and months. We've always said this is gonna be a busy week. Starts the start of a busy time for Marvel
Yeah.
and even Star Wars. We got Hawkeye today. We had a Hawkeye today, and well, Spider-Man's already out in some parts of the world. Shout out to the Brits who got to watch it today. But
The UK,
uh,
yes.
the UK, bro, the UK, KSI,
KSI, my
Sidemen, all
boy.
them.
Tom Holland's from there too. Shout
Tom
out to
Holland is from there. So is Benedict Cumberbatch.
yeah, Benedict Cumberbatch's a legend.
So is Andrew Garfield British, right?
Probably.
I think he is. I don't know.
And shout out Gandalf too. He's from there as well.
Yes, that's right. Um, but yeah, it was obviously going to be a busy week. But it's crazy. It's surreal that this movie is finally here. We've been talking about it for so long.
Yeah.
Um, and it's just crazy to think, like, I don't know about you, Derek, but like Toby has always been my favorite Spider-Man growing up as a kid. And he's kind of
Really?
had a special, yeah, he's kind of had a special place. He's been one of my favorite characters ever in movies, and I love what Sam Raimi, the director of his trilogy, did with the character, and it kind of embodies. I just think it's perfect, and I know some people don't like his journey as Spider-Man, and I know
Yeah.
Alex is not a big fan of his movies. He's more of a Tom Holland guy. He grew up with
That's
that.
me too. I like Tom Holland more.
I just grew up. I think there's something
Yeah.
so like I just think with Andrew and Toby, my thing with them is they're in smaller scale like
Yeah.
universes. Like Tom joined my thing with Tom Spider-Man and why I don't like it. Or I do like Tom and I do like
Yeah.
his Spider-Man, but I don't like it as much as the other ones. Is Tom joined a large cinematic universe. Tom's
Yeah.
first appearance is in Civil War, and my thing
That was
with
pretty
that
cool
is like
though.
it was, but I don't. He was like the not even important in that movie. He was like
He took
he
Captain
had a
America's
couple
shield.
right. He does. He has a couple of cool moments,
Yeah.
but overall, it's just not. As the first time I get to see his Spider-Man, it's not
Yeah.
really memorable as it is Toby or Andrew.
Yeah. I get where you're
Excuse
saying
me.
though, like how they had their own movies, but like I like Tom Holland more because like he resembles that young kid, like that young Spider-Man, that teenager who's like trying to learn how to be a superhero and all that. Like I
Oh,
really
definitely, yeah,
enjoy
yeah.
that. Yeah. He looks
I get
young.
that. I get the complaints with
Yeah.
Toby.
They
Toby
look a
doesn't look
lot
like
older. Yeah.
Toby doesn't look like a high schooler, right?
Yeah.
Like if you,
He looked
you
out of
put
place
Toby,
in those
he
movies
looks
too.
like a college kid, right?
Yeah.
And Andrew looks too much like a jock to be Peter Parker, right? They kind of make him
Yeah.
like a jock. Yeah, I get that. I think Tom. I mean, I think Tom's great. I just like
He's had good
Spider-Man to
movies
me.
too.
Yeah, he does. I think Homecoming and Far From Home. I don't think Far From Home is
I didn't really
great.
enjoy Far From Home.
Yeah, I think there's Mysterio steals the
They kind
show
of
in that.
ruined. I don't know. I thought it was gonna be like actual Mysterio, not the drones. You know.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah, I get some of that for sure. Um, but we'll talk about Mysterio later because he's in some of the questions. I don't know why Alex put him in because
I
I
like
don't know why.
the I like the first Spider-Man movie with Tom Holland more with Vulture. That was so
Yeah,
cool.
Homecoming's great.
Yeah,
Michael
Homecoming
Keaton
was
does a great
good.
job as
Yeah.
Vulture. But yeah, this just to me, there's something special about Toby's and Andrew's universe, specifically Toby's. It's smaller scale, it's more grounded. I get more of the Spider-Man, and like with Tom, it's just like, oh, he's in a larger cinematic universe, and
Yeah.
he's got like, and I also think like a detriment to Tom's characters, he doesn't have Uncle Ben. I think the Uncle
Yeah.
Ben thing,
Exactly.
while I don't need to see Uncle Ben die on screen every single time I
Yeah.
see an installment of a Spider-Man story, I think just having his presence there is impactful to the character. Now I know Tony Stark is supposed to be in that role, but
Yeah.
Tony doesn't. That's it. Just it works differently, and I think
Yeah.
Tony and Tom Holland Spider-Man relationship is great. I think you would
Yeah.
agree.
Like you could see
I
how
mean,
it impacted him in Far From Home too. The way
right,
it
and I,
impacted
I
him and everything.
I mean, I cried when he died in Infinity War, and then the Endgame scene was great with them and rekindling after Tom had been snapped for 5 years. So like, there are
Yeah.
some good moments between the two, but I don't get the same emotional like reaction as, or it
No,
doesn't appeal to me.
I cried when Iron Man died in Endgame. I gonna lie to you. That was
I
my
think we
boy
all did.
going out. That was my boy going out. It was a heartbreaking moment.
Absolutely, bro. Absolutely. He went out like a king, bro. He killed
He
Thanos.
had all
So
his boys around. All of them were crying too. Spider Man was crying. Captain America. Everybody.
right, right. All right, so let's move into Hawkeye. So, Derek, we haven't caught up with you in the past couple of weeks. So, what have you thought of the last couple of weeks' as episodes
They've been
leading
getting
up till episode 5?
they've been getting progressively better. Like the episode before this one, you saw Yelena pull up. We talked about that before, like off this stream. We talked about how she might come. We talked about Kingpin. We talked about all this. It's just cool seeing like actually happen, and just seeing like what happened to Yelena too. Like episode today, you see what happened to her when she got snapped and everything. It's cool. They're showing like all these like small little details that connect to like the bigger movies and everything.
Yeah, for sure. I thought it was like really interesting. Like it
Yeah.
brings up a good question to you. Would you, for those 5 years, okay, let me give you a hypothetical, not have been snapped, right? So you don't get
Hmm.
snapped, right? But you
Yeah.
have to live with knowing your friends and family were snapped. Or would you rather be snapped and then have it be like 5 seconds of time has passed, but you learn it's been 5 years? Which one would you rather be, snapped or not snapped? Knowing what you know now.
No, I would rather stay alive, to be honest. Like, you know how weird it would be? Like, you're in the place you are now, but like other people could be around you. You could just have the most random people you don't even know, like right next to you when you come back to life.
Right. Like I was
That's
thinking,
what
like
happened to Yelena too. She came back and
Alex,
saw this random guy.
Alex and I were talking about it, and we said, what if you got snapped like in an airplane?
Then you're dead when you come back. Where's that
Right.
airplane ain't gonna be there. It ain't gonna be there.
So when you come back, you're just gonna
You're
be
just
in
falling.
thin air and then
Yeah,
fall to your death.
yeah.
So really, the Avengers caused more deaths, bro. Like, come on now, you killed a person twice. That's unreal.
Technically, like, is it their fault though that Thanos was raging for power, wanted all the
Nah,
stones?
it's not. It's not.
They tried their best to stop him.
But I actually would rather be snapped and just have like 5 seconds of my time if I knew I was gonna come back.
Yeah,
I wouldn't want
yeah,
to live with the pain and know when I lost people.
yeah. But like, say you're in that airplane though. What happens if the pilot gets snapped and you're just on there?
Well, we saw a helicopter in Infinity War that friggin' spiraled out of
Yeah,
control.
yeah.
Yeah. That would be weird. What if you were in the shower, bro, and then you just popped in, somebody else is in the shower?
That would be something.
Yeah, it's just be odd, bro. It'd just be odd. What if we were doing take two? And then
You just get
like,
snapped. You come back, the laptop's still on.
the laptop's still on. Take two, always rolling. Um,
Yes, sir.
but yeah, I really enjoyed that opening scene. Obviously, what
Yeah.
did you think of Black Widow? First off, did you enjoy that movie?
Honestly, like the way they ruined Taskmaster kind of like ruined like everything for me.
Yeah, I wasn't a big fan of Taskmaster. I think the villains were pretty lacking in that movie. I think it's a good before. I think I've said this plenty. Listen, I'm a Florence Pugh simp, the actress who plays Yelena Belova. So like, you know, man, any scene Yelena's in, she steals, and I
Yeah.
think she stole that movie. Uh, I think she had a better performance than Scarlett Johansson, and it made me think, oh, she's gonna be this big next player in the MCU, right?
Yeah.
You know, I really think, and I after today, I think I'm gonna solidify this. So like, do you know about Robert Downey Jr.'s acting story, right? So Robert was like
Yeah.
a
Used to be a drug
C-list.
addict.
He used to be a drug addict. He
Yeah.
threw his drugs out one day, like in a Burger King parking lot or something like that, over the ocean, or something weird or crazy like that. He got it. John Favreau really liked him, gave him the chance as Iron Man, and just like struck gold. And Robert Downey Jr. Every scene he's in the MCU, he steals it. Right.
Yeah.
I feel Yelena is going to be the female version of that for this next phase. I feel like every scene she's in, she steals it. She's easily the most captivating actor in the show so far and in Phase 4. And this is coming from somebody who is a Loki, like a huge Loki fan. I love Tom Hiddleston, and I think he's
He's a
great.
great
But
actor.
I think Florence Pugh, she steals every scene she's in, and
Yeah.
she did that. And I think, I complained to Alex last week, like, oh, I wish Yelena was in more of the show. I wish she was like the main key centerpiece of the show
Yeah.
as the villain. But with just her in this limited time, she's already been one of the better parts of the show, which I will say the
Yeah.
show has been good, not great. So like she was fantastic, and I think we'll segue probably soon into that scene she has with Kate Bishop. But what do you think about Yelena Belova? Do you like her character? Do you like
Yeah. I like
Florence
it.
Pugh?
She got a fire voice. I'm gonna lie. I like the accent.
Yeah, right,
Yeah.
right.
She's a good character though. I really enjoy it.
Yeah, she really is, and excuse me. I hope she plays a bigger role, and I hope
Yeah.
Scarlett Johansson is supposed to be producing a Marvel movie now. So
Really?
my thing, yeah, she talked about it the other day, and I
That's
think
cool.
my thing is I wonder if she's making a Black Widow too, just with the Yelena as the lead.
That'd be so cool.
That'd be cool. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
But the show opens up with Yelena using the, I don't know what you call it, the red room
Like,
serum, right?
yeah,
That
from that
that
person.
right, yeah. So
Yeah.
that's obviously making sure that they lose their brain control, they use their brainwash.
Yeah.
Obviously, this person wasn't brainwashed; they were
She
just
was
an
rich.
assassin as it was. Yeah, she was rich. She was
They
rich,
ruined
rich,
her
bro.
rug. They ruined her rug.
They ruined her rug. They ruined her rug. And then Yelena gets snapped away, and it's the first
Yeah.
time we see what a point of view. And I knew Yelena was gonna get snapped. I'm like, yeah, she's getting snapped right here.
Yeah.
And it was the first time we saw the point of view of somebody getting snapped. So that must have like, imagine, bro, you just get snapped, you die, and then like 5 seconds later you come
Yeah.
back, but it's been
You're
5 years,
there.
bro. And but everything changes. Like I could be here now, snap,
Yeah. And
gone.
you
I
just
could
come back.
I could
You
be
don't
in.
even know what's going on.
Right. I thought that scene was really well executed too, because
Yeah.
she obviously the first thing she asks about is her sister.
She's like, "Can you help me
Obviously,
find Natasha?"
right. Can you help me find Natasha Romanoff? But yeah, and then obviously we know Natasha is dead
Yeah.
because that's the reason Yelena could come back. Which it's really sad to think about that Yelena is so hellbent on killing Clint because she believes Clint was the one who killed Natasha, but in reality, both of them went there to sacrifice their life. Clint would
Yeah.
have easily just sacrificed his life, right?
Well, he was going to at first, and then
Right,
Natasha was like, "No." Then they started fighting for it.
right. What if they both fell?
That'd be something.
That would not be good, bro. That'd not be good.
Who's wearing the Soul
Red
Stone
Skull,
jacket?
Red Skull, Red Skull gets the Soul Stone, bro.
Just there.
Yeah. But yeah, I really enjoy that whole dynamic between like Yelena, like not like Yelena talks about with Kate, like you don't understand the truth about Clint and how he was
Yeah,
Ronin. Like Kate knows that he's Ronin at this point. Like Yelena knows how many people Clint killed, but it's kind of ironic because Yelena talks about how Clint's not a good person
but
and that
you
you
know
don't
what
know the full
Elena
truth.
did.
But Yelena also doesn't know the truth about what happened on
Yeah,
Vormir, right? And what she's gonna learn it. I guarantee in the next episode,
yeah.
Clint will tell her what actually
I
happened.
hope they get like that heartfelt moment, like they're fighting, and then Clint finally tells her. You just like see that heartfelt moment that you hope they get. That'd be
Yeah, and then
really
they team up
cool.
against each other. Yeah,
Yeah,
or they team up with each other against. I would hope is Kate's mom. And I said this from the start, bro. I said this from me and Alex's episode 1 and 2 reviews. I was like, yo, Kate Bishop's mom is sus. Listen,
right.
man, she's sus. I'm telling you, man. Listen, and all of these signs add up, right? She tells Clint to leave. Um, she, what else does she do? She has the argument with Armand, and she says, "Oh, I'm okay." So, like obviously she sets up her husband to be a leader of a company that he doesn't even own. And I will say, I don't know about you, Derek, but I'm a little disappointed with the Jack thing, right? We kind of talked about how Jack could play the swordsman that trained Clint to be Ronin,
Yeah,
or he could be something else. Are you kind of disappointed that he's now just going to be a nobody who was an idiot the whole time? Are you kind of
yeah,
disappointed by that? Yeah.
yeah. Like you got to do
I
something like out of him, you know?
Right. I feel like it's a missed opportunity, and I feel like I don't know how you feel about the Marvel shows so far on Disney Plus. I bet you I like them all,
I like
but
the
I don't know if
Mandalorian division.
I agree with that. And I will say I don't think WandaVision is necessarily a bad show. I think it's just the fact that it's not my type of show. Right.
Yeah,
It's just it doesn't appeal to me.
I didn't
It's
even
not a
give it a
show.
watch. I didn't even give it a watch.
You didn't even watch. How much did you watch any of it? Nothing.
No, I just looked up the ending on YouTube.
Do you not like Wanda or something?
I don't like. I saw like the way the show's set up and how it's like a TV show. Like I saw clips of them like dancing together like on screen. I was like, I'm not watching
Right.
this. I can't. That's,
Okay.
that's not that's
Okay.
not for me.
But would you agree with the other three shows then
They're all
that they
so
kind
good.
they're good, but
Yeah,
don't you think they maybe have something in common that is a problem? They get one character wrong, or they get a character not like, for example, Falcon and the Winter Soldier, Sharon Carter, the Power Broker. I feel like
yeah.
she was an underdeveloped character, right?
You could have used her so much more. Like you see at the end, like how she's gonna connect to like the Captain America movie that's probably gonna come out with Falcon in it as the main character.
Right.
Like other than that credit scene, you don't really get much.
Right. Loki, I guess you could say like I don't know, the Renslayer, the judge. I don't know if you could really say there's a bad character in Loki or an underdeveloped character. I don't think there is. Yeah, I think Loki's the best.
I
By
like
the way,
Mobius a lot. Mobius was so cool.
yeah, Mobius is my guy. Owen Wilson's the best.
When I
He
saw, yeah,
also plays the best Disney character, Lightning McQueen. So
yes sir. I feel like Loki was definitely the best show. Like that one episode when they stabbed Loki with the thing, then they stabbed
yeah,
Mobius
bro, that
beforehand. I
was so
really thought
sad.
Loki was dead. I thought he was dead. Then the next episode happened.
Derek, you really think he was dead? We've seen him die like 7
I
times in
know,
the
but like
MCU, bro. I know, I
it's the
know.
it's the time people, bro. It's the TVA.
Yeah,
Then they
man.
showed the
Yeah.
ending credit scene. Like after that, you saw him just like land
With all the Lokis.
yeah.
Yeah. Which, by the way, what's your favorite Loki?
Normal Loki, bro. Like the Loki from the show. No,
Really?
it was definitely like the alligator one. Alligator one was sick.
Yeah,
He's
Alligator
the
Loki.
legend.
That's my guy. Nah, mine is Kid Loki, bro. That man killed
Yeah.
Thor. He straight up said, "I killed Thor."
You see like the like frog
Thorg.
store
Yeah,
and like the
Thor.
little
Yeah.
capsule, like when they're showing the camera angle going down to their base. That was so cool.
and then they show Mjolnir and he can't get it. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's pain. That's
yeah,
sadness. Yeah, that's an actual character from Marvel Comics. It's
yeah.
Thorg, and Thorg, I believe. I don't know if Loki transforms Thor into
I
a
think he
frog or
does
not.
like a
I
trick.
think
Yeah,
he does. And Thor goes out and helps like a bunch of frogs or something like that with Mjolnir. It just kills like, oh no, is it rats that he? It's like some like it's either
I think
rats or
he
it's
fights
some.
like some type of small animal. I
It's
don't
so
remember what the
weird.
animal.
It's funny though. It's
Yeah,
comic and I like it.
yeah,
But to get back to Hawkeye, like I feel like they missed the boat with the Jack character, and I feel like it's kind of weird how you set him up as a swordsman. I know it's supposed to be a diversion from who the actual villain is,
yeah,
Eleanor. But I kind of already got that from the opening scene of the show when you show me
yeah,
that the dad was a good person and the mom was a dickhead. Like the
yeah,
dad was there cuddling, the dad was there being kind of a role model. But all very weird. Like everything adds up, right?
yeah,
Eleanor kind of has the backhanded comment about
yeah.
Natasha, so she would know about Natasha, right? So, like, but my question is to you, Alex. So, if Eleanor was the one who hired Yelena, and Yelena or Eleanor and Kingpin are working together, where is Val? Now, Val is the one we see at the end credit scene of Black Widow. Where do you think that girl's at? The one who recruited John Walker as well. So,
I
like,
feel
I
like
don't.
she's just. I feel like she's just somewhere behind the scenes, like she usually is, just like lurking around, just trying to cause mischief and stuff, just trying to stir up problems and everything.
Now um, I could see Kingpin really being behind all of this, right? And
Yeah,
Eleanor and Val are just his associates. That he's making
yeah,
his own like Avengers team. And I think we talked a little bit about this. And by the way, the Kingpin reveal is so funny to me. It's just like
yeah.
you know
Like the drone clip.
when
Yeah,
we take it's like when we take pictures or stuff and then we all screenshot it and then like at this point I've seen the Stillman shot so many times in bad quality because everybody's screen recorded the same video like 10 times.
yeah,
It's just like that,
yeah.
right? So
It's
it's
so
like
funny. Like
right,
you
and
just
it's
see him
just
with
like
his like white jacket in such bad quality. Like seeing that, like I was excited to see him, but it just made me laugh just looking seeing how bad it.
right, right.
It was just a funny thing.
And I think they did that on purpose, but
Yeah,
they didn't want us to see like Vincent D'Onofrio's like full face. We'll see that next episode, I think.
yeah,
And he'll be a big character in Echo, which is kind of something I want to segue now into. Is what did you think of that whole Echo storyline? I feel like they kind of missed the ball. Like I feel like the Yelena thing kind of overshadowed it all, right? And the
yeah.
macaroni scene was great. The hot
That
sauce
that was
scene
so
that was
funny. But I
like
enjoyed that.
Yelena. Yeah, what did you think of that scene overall?
I enjoy like Elena's doing, but I feel like they're trying so hard to push Kate Bishop on us. Like she's not that good of a character. Like you gotta stop forcing it on everybody. I don't like her at all.
Why
Elena
why do you
carried
say
that
that?
whole scene. I don't
Why do you
know.
say you don't like?
He just tries so hard to be like Hawkeye. Like I know you were like did archery as a kid, like because of him, but like they're trying too hard.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
I don't
Listen,
enjoy her at all.
I don't dislike her to the extent that you do. It seems like, and I don't love her. I feel like I'm in the middle there. Like Alex is a
Yeah,
huge archery fan. The kid I do the podcast with, so he loves every single archery character. So like he's kind of biased to that, right? But uh, um I love that scene. Florence Pugh killed her, right? She stole
yeah,
that. Like she stole that scene. Like she went from. I love how she just like Kate Bishop, Kate Bishop all the time. Just like, why do you keep saying my full names? Like, I know
because
it.
I know everything about you. Then she just starts listing everything. Like I know your mom. I know where you went to school. I know your grades. Everything.
Right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And then I love how she's like, I have no weapons on me. And then
But
looks at
that's a lie. Looks at her watch, and then she's like, "That's a lie again." Oh, that's a lie.
yeah, 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 yeah. Nah, and then I love how she went from like lighthearted, funny, joking to like a menace in a matter of like
Yeah.
2 seconds. She's like,
Then after she
yeah,
was a
you need
menace, she was like, "Can I pour some hot sauce in here now?"
right. She's like, You could don't get in the way or I'm gonna kill you. And before that, she's joking like, "Yeah, I got
Ooh,
weapons. I could have killed you easily." And I love when Kate's like, "You could have killed me right away." When I opened the door, she's like, "Yeah, I would have killed you right
I can't even.
before."
I wouldn't have been able to close the door.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, Florence Pugh is just great. Yelena's great,
Yeah,
but the Echo thing with Kazi and stuff, I think that's really interesting. That Kazi is the one that kind of tipped off Ronan
yeah,
to kill uh, Echo's father.
yeah.
But to me, that whole Echo subplot has kind of gone down a little bit, and I
Yeah,
feel
you
like
saw her in one episode, like used really well, and like the ever since Elena came in, like her role's just kind of been downplayed.
right, and I feel like the tracksuit mafia just keeps getting less. And again, it's just weird how they
Yeah,
set the show up. I feel like there's too much going on, but
right.
I feel like her fight with Clint was really good with Ronan.
Yeah,
Uh, but like just besides that, it felt kind of side plotish. It felt like we established this as the big thing. So like this felt just a little devalued in my opinion. What did you think about it?
what you say again?
I thought this whole thing has kind of become devalued with Echo and that the tracksuit mafia has just
Yeah,
gone like less and less important. What do you think? Because I just think we established it as kind of an
yeah.
important thing, and it seems to be less and less important.
Well, I mean, like you saw it now. They have like no members left. There's just that one dude, and Echo. It's just like I don't know, understand what you're doing. Like you're trying to build up something so it can have like an impact on the MCU and all the like other shows that can come out from after this. Just to like get rid of it so fast. Like there's no point.
All right, well, that's really all I got to say. Derek, do you have a rating for the episode, and do you have any predictions for episode 6?
I gave it like a 8 out of 10. Like what I talked to you about, like Ronan coming out to defend his family. It happened.
Yeah, right,
It happened. I said it was because of Kingpin, but I was wrong about that. But you
right.
never.
I'm gonna give it an 8.5, probably closer to a 9 out of 10. I thought it was great. It's my favorite episode.
Yeah.
I loved getting some new Ronin content with Clint
Yeah.
in the suit. I feel like it has some of the more emotionally impactful moments of the show. Um, And I feel like Yelena stole the show, and I feel like Florence Pugh was absolutely fantastic as Yelena. She stole every scene she was in. She stole the episode, like she stole Black Widow, the movie. She's great. She's fantastic. I can't say enough. The every scene she was in, just fantastic. It was just great. And I think for episode 6, we'll finally get more Kingpin. We won't get the defeat of Kingpin, but we'll kind of get up the setup. Echo's getting her own show, and Echo kind of relates a lot more to Kingpin as Kingpin is the adopted,
Daughter. Daughter.
right? Yeah, but adoptive father. Okay, whatever.
I got a
Uh,
hot take though.
what's up?
I think the ending credit scene for that final episode, we'll see the Dark Avengers together.
Who do you think will be on the team? So John Walker, Yelena,
John
who else?
Walker, Yelena. I think they'll put in like two characters. I don't know who the other two would be. Put like the power broker, maybe.
Okay, Sharon Carter. Okay, I could see that as like the dealer. So I don't. My thing with the Dark Avengers is like I think we need a little more setup with that.
Like you need to like implement like another guy to go into like another
I
character.
think who the leader of the Dark Avengers is going to be, and this will be introduced in a couple of years, probably in Tom Holland's next film. Norman Osborn will be the leader of the Dark Avengers as the Green Goblin, not William Dafoe's Green Goblin, but a new Green Goblin that will be introduced in the MCU. That's what I think, or I hope.
Be pretty cool.
Or Harry. It could be Harry, or which that would be something really cool. So like, there's the Young Avengers too that they're setting up. Kate Bishop's a part of Patriot, uh, Elijah Bradley, who's the Patriot, who's the young kid we see that's the grandson of Isaiah Bradley in Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Ooh, that's cool.
We have Iron Lad, who is like a younger version of Kane the Conqueror. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
really weird.
yeah.
Yeah. We have Wanda's two kids who I can just never remember their names.
I looked
We
into
all,
Iron Lad a lot. He's like super powerful.
yeah, he is. He's a
Even
really cool.
Kane's afraid of him. Like Kane's afraid of him like a lot.
Yes, yeah, yeah. We have Hulkin. Oh, Wiccan is one of Wanda's, and I can't remember. Is it? It's not Speed.
Yo, you know
It's
what I
what?
saw today?
What's up?
So you know how they show like random cover arts on Disney Plus
Yeah.
and stuff. Like I was looking through like before I looked at the episode, I saw it. It showed like a new Avengers. I think they're revamping Black Panther
What do you mean?
because they showed like the somebody new in the Black Panther costume.
Yeah. So there's a lot of rumblings going around about that movie, right? Because the
Yeah,
actress who plays Shuri is like crazy. I guess she's
he's not getting
anti-vax.
vaccinated.
Right? She's anti-vax, and
He's
she's
selling
kind
the
of
bag.
she's kind of being a pain about like she doesn't want to be the Black Panther for some reason. Which why? It would make you a star. Why? I don't
Yeah.
get that. Um. So right now there's talk that M'Baku is the Black Panther at the end of the movie, which I would like. There's even a rumor today that Killmonger's in Black Panther too.
I mean, you can say that he fell into the water and never actually died.
You could. I would love if Killmonger
Yeah,
was the new Black
Michael B.
Panther.
Jordan would be such a cool Black Panther.
Absolutely, absolutely. But that's gonna do it for our Hawkeye review. We're now gonna segue now into Spider-Man: No Way Home. It is finally here, Derek. I've been waiting
It's
for
great,
months, for a
right?
year, for this movie since we finally heard about Tom and or were rumored that Tom and Andrew were in the movie, or Toby and Andrew Drew. Toby and Andrew were in the movie. All the villains: Green Goblin, Doctor Octavius,
Doctor
Jamie
Octavius
Fox,
is so cool, bro.
Jamie Foxx's Electro, Sandman, Lizard, Rhino was rumored at one point, but I don't think Rhino is the sixth Sinister or the sixth member of
Dude,
the
I'd
Sinister
be so
Six.
excited to see Rhino, dude. Rhino's so cool.
He is cool, but he's not great in the Amazing Spider-Man. Okay,
Yeah,
Derek, what are you most excited for?
I'm just most excited to see like Tom Holland build his character even more. Like start building that connection with Doctor Strange, or just see where it like really goes through the movie. And of course, like I'm excited to see Green Goblin, Doctor Octavius, all of them. It's gonna be such a good movie.
I am most excited to see Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield. Now, I know Alex. I've told Alex, um, I like Tom Holland Spider Man, but once Toby and Andrew are on the screen, I am far more fixated on what they're doing than whatever
Yeah,
Tom's doing. Just because I have more of an attachment, I like those characters better.
yeah.
Um, and Alex made some great points that we've talked about. How yeah, that's kind of problematic as well, right? Because it is Tom's final movie, and we kind of want to get Tom some development to end his trilogy. But obviously, Tom's going to make another trilogy. He'll be Spider-Man for a long time. He
I
says
think
he
it'll get
doesn't want to be.
extended a lot of times. Yeah,
He doesn't want to be. He says he doesn't want. He says it's a problem if I play him until I'm over 30. No, Tom, you're going to play that character for a long time, probably.
yeah.
They're going to keep bringing the Brinks truck to your house. Money looks good, man. I think Zendaya likes money, so you better keep playing that role. Um, but she's killing it herself as always. But
Yeah,
yeah, I'm most excited to see Toby and Andrew. I can't wait to see how they fit into a large universe like this,
yeah.
right? Because they're in such small universes compared to the MCU, and I want to see like, do they set anything up for their characters after? Do one of them die? That would be really sad. But
If Henry sees Toby die, he's about to be heartbroken.
I am gonna be
He's gonna
heartbroken,
be
bro.
bawling in the theaters.
We might not have a take two for like a week or so. I'm gonna need to recover. But no, I actually that's actually a prediction I have. But uh, or I almost called you Alex. Derek, what are your worries for this movie? Do you have any worries?
I don't really have any worries. I think movie's the Infinity War to the new
Damn,
Doctor Strange movie. That Doctor Strange movie is gonna be the end game.
damn.
This is the build up to that Doctor Strange movie.
So you think this one's gonna? Do you think it's gonna be sad then? It's gonna be kind
Yeah,
of sad.
the ending's
Okay,
gonna be sad. And Doctor Strange, he's just gonna have to fix everything. It's called Multiverse of Madness for a reason.
right,
You
right,
see what happens in the trailers. It's gonna lead to Doctor Strange movie. He's gonna have to fix everything like he always does.
right. Because he's the goat, man. He's the
Yeah,
goat. I'm a little worried that this movie has too much going on. Maybe. There's a lot of
I mean, yeah, you
characters.
can say that. There's just a lot of people in this movie.
Eternals, and it's a Law and movies. So my thing with Law and movies is they're either really really good, uh, like they deserve the time, or they're really like just dragged out. I worry that at the points in this movie, I kind of got waves. No, I'm joking.
Wave shit.
Um, I kind of worry that it might feel a little dragged out in parts, just because of
Yeah,
the length. I know it needs to be a longer movie, right? We have a lot of characters to cover: Toby, Andrew, Tom, Doctor Strange, the five villains, Zendaya, Ned. Just a
Ned.
lot of things we need to cover, set up. So, like, yeah, the time makes sense, but with the 2.5 hours, there's always going to be some filler that might not need to be in there, but we'll see how it goes.
I
Third
enjoy the
question.
Bond movies though.
I
Like
do. I I
Infinity
do.
War was so good.
Yeah. Andrew and Toby are 99% confirmed, as Alex will say. I'm gonna say it right now. They're 100%. What kind of role do you think
For
Toby and
20.
Andrew play in? What type of role do you think they play in the movie, Derek?
I think they'll play like a big role and be like a mentor type of to Tom Holland, like knowing he's like a younger character compared to them. He'll like teach him the ways, like develop like more powers and everything.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think excuse me. I think Toby will be more so because we know Ben Parker exists in the MCU, but we never see
Yeah,
those interactions. I think Toby will be kind of like the Ben Parker of this movie, just as an older, grittier Spider-Man. He's gonna see I really hope what they do with these characters, Andrew and Toby, is they kind of describe their life after their
yeah,
movies. And I would really hope Toby's kept the mantle of Spider-Man, and maybe we hear stories about who was fought, who's become friends with. Like, so the thing with the villains is we don't know what time points they come in. So Sandman could be coming in from Spider-Man 3, but
yeah,
Toby could be coming in after, way after his Spider-Man 3 has happened, and he could be like upset because he built a relationship with Sandman, especially after he learned the truth about Sandman and his
yeah,
daughter and stuff like that. So that could be emotional to him. Doc Ock, like that could be very emotional to him. Like Ock was like a mentor to him, and then he saw his sacrifice, and if that just went away, I think he would be really, really upset. Green Goblin was just a dickhead, so I don't think he'll
Green
care
Goblin's a
that much.
menace, bro.
Green Goblin is a menace to society.
I hope we get
Uh,
the painting meme. I hope
yeah,
we,
yeah,
I hope we get it. Like when they all first see each other, they just point at each other.
yeah. I really hope that's in the movie too. Um, but yeah, I think they'll play a pretty big role
Yeah,
in the movie. Uh, do you think we get any other big surprises?
Venom.
What type of role do you think he'll play?
I think because like this version of Venom, like he taught him how to be a nice guy and everything. I think he'll like come in, say like Tom Holland and like Andrew Garfield are down. He just comes out of nowhere and just like helps them fight, like picks them back up, and then they just fight all the villains together. Or
Okay.
or he'll be in the Sinister Six.
Okay. Okay. So I think Venom is in this movie, but I don't think he fights with anybody. I think he just sits there and watches the television with Tom Hardy's Eddie Brock, and they kind of contemplate what they'd want to do. The end credit scene, the first end credit scene, is going to be Venom encountering Spidey before he goes to college, and it's going to set up Venom 3, where Venom and Spider-Man are going to fight. And in that movie, Tom Holland, before he goes to college, will get the Venom symbiote and become the Venom Spider-Man. He'll get the black suit like
That'd be
Toby did
so
in
cool.
Spider-Man 3.
I wasn't thinking
Imagine
about that, but like
imagine the black suit with today's tech. Woo, sheesh, bro.
that looks so good. That would actually look so good.
Um, will anyone die? If so, who?
I'm sorry, Hammy.
Yo, do not say Toby, bro.
I think Tobey Maguire dies.
No.
I think he
No.
dies. I'm sorry to tell you.
Why do you think that?
I don't know. I just feel like he'll sacrifice himself or something. I just got like a feeling.
I feel like Andrew's gonna die.
Like if they were to kill off any Spider-Man in this movie, like definitely not Tom Holland. Tom Holland's coming out alive. They can't kill
Right.
off Tom Holland. I think it'll be Tobey Maguire maybe.
I just feel
I
like,
think I think Happy dies actually.
oh, facts. Happy is done for in this
Happy
movie.
is
Oh,
dying in this movie.
I think Green Goblin kills Aunt May.
I was thinking of saying that too, but I feel like he would kill Happy before Aunt May.
No, no, no. I feel like, okay. I actually think Happy and Aunt May die.
Dude, Aunt May can't die, bro. She's a baddie, bro. She can't. She can't die, bro.
Yo. Um, I really want to see an enraged Spider. Like my two of my more favorite characters in comics, and I think this is for everybody, is Spider-Man and Batman. I think what would be really
Yeah,
interesting, like Batman is just a vigilante. He's got
he has like the
emotional,
best comics and everything.
right. He's got PTSD. He's got
Yeah,
anger issues, right, because of his parents' death.
yeah. An angry
I want
Batman's a
to
scary dude.
I want to see a moment with that with one of the Peter Parkers. And I think it would work with Tom's if he lost Aunt May to somebody like Green Goblin and he just went ham. He just lost everything and he went ham. Like, just became a menace to society. And that's where Toby and Andrew come in to be like, yo, slow your
Chill
roll
out.
here.
Yeah,
Stop.
bro. I
And
don't
then
know.
I
I
think,
feel like seeing Tom Holland getting arranged like that would be like kind of funny to me.
and then I think Andrew will be the Spider Man that dies and sacrifices himself to
Really?
save Zendaya.
I
Yeah.
think it's gonna be Toby.
I think that's fair too. I'm just saying Andrew because I think Toby is like the most popular and the one to start it. I think
Yeah,
the more likely thing is that none of them die. I think, but for me, like Andrew's the one that like they kind of screwed up, and I feel like if they gave him a great death to go out on, I feel like that'd be a good thing because there's
yeah.
still kind of a sour taste from the Amazing Spider-Man 2. So like I feel like that could be the way that they go. Um, do you have any other bold predictions?
Hmm. I gotta say something like crazy, like we'll somehow see like the X-Men come into this movie. And that's just like a never. I don't
Never
know,
know, man.
dude. I got like nothing, but like imagine you see Galactus at the end of the movie.
That would just be so out of place, but so cool.
Just so you see Silver Surfer just pull up on his surfboard.
um, my bold predictions. I got a couple. This movie will be my favorite Spider-Man movie of all time,
Probably, yeah.
above Spider-Man 2 and Into the Spider-Verse. Um, Aunt May and Happy die. All I'm gonna say that none of the villains die. They just get sent back to the universe to be killed again. Toby lives, Andrew dies. Toby gets sent back to his universe. Um, the end credit scene is Doctor Strange 2, a setup for Doctor Strange 2, and we see an X-Men character.
I see that. Oh, I got two bold predictions. Two bold predictions.
Got you.
First one, I think Shang-Chi might be in this movie
Shang-Chi. Shang-Chi. Why do you say that?
because, like, no, like in the ending credit scene, like leading into Doctor Strange, because there's like rumors going around saying that he might be in the
Right.
next Doctor Strange movie. Because Wong
Right.
wants him. You see that at the end of Shang-Chi?
Right. What do you think Shang-Chi would do? You think he'd be trying to get Spider-Man to do so? Because there is a comic where Spider-Man loses his spider senses, so he has to go to Shang-Chi to learn like the way of the Spidey. Shang-Chi calls it. It's a really cool comic run.
Yeah, I
I
think we could see
guess.
something like that where Shang-Chi like teaches him something, like teaching
Oh,
him wisdom.
and Peter goes to college, and this is like okay. So either A, he meets up with Venom before college, or he goes to college. Nobody knows who he is, but he meets Norman Osborn of the MCU, and he meets the or he doesn't meet the Norman Osborn. He meets the Harry Osborn of the MCU at college,
Pretty
and he's his
cool.
college roommate.
That'd be really cool.
Yeah.
My other bold take, I think we get like a scene the end of the movie before it goes to credits. I think we get a scene with like Toby and Tom Holland together just talking. Oh, I got another one as well. I think we like somehow see like them start slowly building Miles Morales up into the MCU.
Okay, I hope so. I love Miles,
Yeah,
as you know, Trey Roberts, member of Take Two, is Miles Morales, bro. He is
yeah,
Miles
he is.
Morales. But that's gonna do it, guys. Thank you, Derek, for coming on. Much love for you to fill in today.
Of
Uh,
course, of course.
Derek, or I will be back Saturday, hopefully with Alex, to recap No Way Home.
Yo, I can
And
come out if you need me. I'll always be here.
Oh yeah, we'll get you on. We'll get you on. We'll have you on as a guest sometime. We'll have you on as a guest.
Yes,
Uh,
sir.
but yeah, that's gonna do it for this pod. If you want to check out me and Derek more, you could check us out on Twitch at take double underscore two double underscore, uh, all lowercase. We do a podcast. It's
And you can
supposed to
catch
be
us
every
on TikTok.
yeah.
Take
Catch
Two
us on
TikTok.
TikTok at the Take Two Podcast. Uh, Always have fun over there. We make great content and
Yes,
stuff.
sir.
Talk about if you live in the state of Maine, we talk about Maine high school sports a lot, and then we talk about pro and uh,
Village
college
Sports.
stuff. And we'll probably talk about how much of a dickhead Urban Meyer is next
Dude,
podcast.
poor Josh Lambo, bro. His leg's completely broken after that kick.
Bro, why would you kick your kicker? It's my thing.
I was
In
talking
the
to my
leg.
dad about that. I was like, I said as a joke to make him kick better, but like, I don't know, dude. He just seems mad disrespectful. I don't know how people would enjoy him as a coach.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what the Ohio State guys have said about him,
Dude,
players
I
and
think he
stuff.
let his college run from like going from Utah, like his run with Utah being like extremely successful to Ohio. So he let all that get to his head.
Good coach at Florida. I mean, he's a good coach, but he also had a lot of good talent. So, uh,
Yeah,
and by the way, shout out Jackson State uh, for getting the number one recruit in
dude,
the
that was
nation.
a crazy swerve, bro. Craziest
Deion
thing.
Sanders, king, absolute king, bro. Yeah. So that's gonna do it for the Wars in the Stars episode 47. We'll see
Yes.
you all Saturday for a recap of No Way Home. So peace out, everyone.